Hi, my maths group. This week we're going to be working on decimals, so we're going to focus first of all on changing decimals into fractions and back. So firstly, there are some that you just have to know. So these are the ones that you just need to know. 1/2 is equal to 0.5. 1/4 is equal to 0.25, and 3/4 is equal to 0.75. That's just something you need to know. Now we move on to the ones that's easier to understand. You can easily convert between decimals and fractions depending on the place value column that the last digit is in. So for example, if you had 0.7, the last digit is in the tenths column. The 7, which is the last digit, is in the tenths column. This means that the fraction would be out of tenths. So let's give some a go. Okay, so when converting 0.1 into fractions, the 1 is in the tenths column, therefore we know that the bottom number is going to be 10. And then nice and straightforward, because there is a 1 in the tenths column, we know that it's going to be 1/10. Again, if we were converting 0.6, the 6 is in the tenths column, so again we know that the bottom number is going to be 10. And because there's a 6 in the tenths column, we know that the numerator, the top number, is going to be 6. With the decimal 0.79, the last digit is 9. This is the last number we say. And we know that that goes into the hundredths column. Because it's in the hundredths column, you know that the denominator, the fraction, is going to be out of 100, as it is in the hundredths column. Let's give a go at some of those. Okay, so for 0.28, the last digit we have is 8. It's in the hundredths column, so we know the bottom number is going to be 100. Above it, we now have 2 and 8, so they together make 28. So that is it as a fraction. Okay, so for 0.81, the last digit we have is 1. And that is in the hundredths column still, so the bottom number will be 100. We then have 8 and then 1 after decimal place, so that must be 81 hundredths. Okay, expanding on our knowledge again, so for 0.792, the last digit we say is 2, and we know that that's in the thousandths column. As it's in the thousandths column, we know that the fraction must be out of 1000. Okay, for this one we've got a few more digits after the decimal place. So we're looking for the last digit again, which this time is 5. It's in the thousandths column, so we know that it's going to be out of 1000. After the decimal place we have 385, so we know that the top number is going to be 385. Okay, for this one we've got 0.915. The last digit we have again is a 5. It's in the thousandths column, so we know it's going to be out of 1000. We haven't got any whole numbers, so that means it's going to be 915 thousandths. Okay, so looking at our number, you should notice the 9 is the last digit, so it must be out of 1000. We have 2 whole numbers, so it must be 2439 thousandths. Okay, so for 0.412, you need to look for the last digit, which we know is 2. It's in the thousandths column, so we know the bottom number is going to be 1000. We haven't got any whole numbers, so we know that it's going to be 412 over 1000. Okay, your next one to have a go at is 1.9. Have a go at converting that into a fraction. Okay, so looking at 1.9, your last digit is 9 and it's out of your tenths column, so we know that the bottom number is going to be 10. We have a whole number, so we know it's going to be, this time, 19. So that should be your answer. Okay, your final decimal to fraction conversion is going to be 0.85. Give us a go. Okay, so 0.85, the last digit we can see is 5, which is in the hundredths column. So we know the bottom number is going to be 100. We haven't got any whole numbers, so we haven't got any hundredths. So it's going to be 85 hundredths.